Hi everyone, I'm Aditya and welcome back to this channel. For those of you who don't know, I got 97.4% in my class 10 board exams that I gave very recently in March this year. And in this video, I want to share with you some of the key takeaways that I've had from this academic experience of mine. Now, this was the first time that I gave a centralized exam that over 22 lakh students from across the country gave at the same time, at the same date. So it was a very different experience for me, and I'm sure it is going to be for you as well. Now, if you're a senior, then you already know what I'm talking about, but if you're a junior, then things are going to be very different for you. That is why I'm making this video, not only for the juniors, but for the seniors as well, so that you guys can learn from some of the key mistakes that I identified that I made. Before we proceed any further, let me first address the elephant in the room, which is, I know that many of you are probably thinking that 97.4% is actually not a very bad score. But I personally found this a little bit disappointing because I personally was expecting somewhere around 98.4 to 98.6%. I have traced back my entire board exam experience to find out some of the key mistakes that I believe I made, and today I want to share them with you. So now let's get straight into this video. So the first mistake and the most grievous mistake that I made was not sleeping on time. I did not complete 8 hours of sleep even in one of my board exams. I used to keep studying till 12, 1 or even at 2 o'clock at night just the day before the exam to wake up at 6:30 and go to the exam center and write my board exam. Now I was anxious, I believe, that I wanted to complete the entire syllabus, memorize each and every word from the NCERT, and once I complete the syllabus, I wanted to revise it as many times as I could to get thorough with it. But that, I think, ended up backfiring because staying up so late at night made me sleep deprived the next day, and because of that I was not even able to recall the things that I had studied, and many times so I personally have started to believe that it is actually better to just go to bed on time even if you have not completed your syllabus, which you should try and do. But even if you have not completed your syllabus or you have not revised for the third time, it's better to go to bed, right? So that you can at least recall whatever you have studied and write that down in the exam the next day, as compared to studying till 3 o'clock at night and then not being able to recall anything of what you have studied. Now, another major mistake that I made during my board exam days was excessive comparison with my friends. Now, I am a competitive guy and I've always been very passionate towards academics, but I think what I did was excessive comparison with my friends. Calling them 3 times a day, asking them what they're doing, trying to do everything that they're doing and not making a study plan catered to my learning needs and level of preparation, but actually just trying to do whatever they're doing and making sure that I am not getting left behind. I hope you're getting my point. So make a study plan that is catering to your level of preparation. You should know what you have to do. Now, the third mistake that I made was using too many reference books, and I'm sure this is a mistake that a lot of you are making even right now. I did EduCart, I did OSWAL, I did Cengage, I did NCERT, I did R.D. Sharma, I did R.S. Agarwal, I did all the books that were available in the market. Now, this is where things got wrong because I ended up jumbling all of the knowledge. I believe it is much better to just stick to one reference book that is trusted. I think at the end of the day, all the books are kind of similar, but it is still better to try and avoid overwhelming yourself with like a ton of books and just sticking to one book and doing it religiously. Now, the fourth mistake and another huge mistake that I made was getting too nervous before my exam. Now, I had this perception that board exams is a big thing. I'm going to give a centralized exam for the first time in my life. There was a ton of things going on in my mind, what people are going to think of me, how the result will come out, and I think this occupied a lot of space in my mind, and I was not able to focus so much on my preparation and rather focused a lot of my energy on just thinking about what the result will be or how the experience will be. Will I be able to get good grades? Will I be able to make my parents proud? Will I be able to beat my friends? So again, the comparison things kicks in over here. So I think you should just be chill, right? Be relaxed, Think of it as a new experience, something new, something adventurous, right? I mean, anyways, you have to give the exam, right? It's inevitable. So I think it's just better to focus on what you have at hand rather than just contemplating about what can possibly happen or what can possibly go wrong or what can possibly go. So just be in the moment, be in the present, and just focus on what you have to do at the moment. Now, the fifth point, which I've also mentioned earlier in the video, is being too hard on myself. Now, I used to study for 11, 12 hours a day for my board exams, which is, I mean, now when I look back to it, now that I'm in 11th grade, it was really, really easy. Like 10th is nothing as compared to 12th or 11th. But, studying 10, 11, 12 hours a day for board exams, I stopped going downstairs, compromised on my sleep, did not play, did not meet with friends, avoided wasting time, in family talks, or, just coming to my parents, talking to them, sharing how I feel, sharing how my preparation is going. I just started referring to all of this as a waste of time, and for me the best utilization of my time was to keep studying, sitting on the study table the entire day, which is definitely not the best thing to do. I think you should keep your physical game up. You should make sure you get some fresh air. You should talk to your parents, hang out with your friends, maybe not for a lot of time, but at least for like half an hour, 1 hour a day, and take regular breaks, rejuvenate, and then sit again and study. And that is what is going to give you maximum productivity. So this is it, guys. I hope you learned something new from this video. If you did, then make sure you tell me in the comment section below which one of these mistakes you made in your board exam journey, if you're a senior, or if you're someone who has already given your 10th exams. And do tell me in the comment section below how you found this video. And if it was helpful for you, then please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you so very much for watching.